Hello, um, I need to give you some advice. Um, I don't really know how to put this to you. Apart from being straight, there is no polite way of saying it. There's no bad way of saying it. But there is a way of saying it. At the moment, I'm being highly triggered by a company. And the reason why I'm being highly triggered by the company is because I need to face it. I need to face this company. And I need to face them, pay them, and then just get them out. And the reason why I haven't faced them, pay them, and get them out is because I didn't have the courage to do it. I was so badly triggered that I thought if I just leave it alone away, it's going to keep going. And one day I started my my business blog, and I felt the energy across the ethos that the twat that's done some shit to me across the internet has just acknowledged the fact is that I'm starting to do stuff on this specific site, that I'm just creating a blog. I'm just writing my feelings down. That's all I'm doing. Not doing anything else. And just letting go some stuff. And I felt him there, and I'm thinking, I need to face this because he's not going to go away. So what am I going to do? And I'm going to face it. Just face it. Just do your best and face it. Working with this company makes me feel suicidal. When I'm talking about makes me feel suicidal, it means I feel very overwhelmed to the point where I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know where I'm going, and the only feeling that I can feel comfortable in is to end my life, and that's where I'm at right now. And the one thing I can do to empower myself, to get myself out of this situation, is to deal with this company. The emotions that sat with me are old. I don't even remember the reason why I feel this way, to be honest with you. All I know is that I felt frustrated. I felt like I wasn't listened to. I felt that there was something not quite right. I felt cheated by this company, and they wanted me to pay them before the job was done. And I'm a plumber, and I don't do anything like this. I don't ask for money before it's ended. If the customer's not happy with my work, I go ahead and take the bare minimum. And that's it. I walk away and let them have the money so they can go ahead and find a person that they feel comfortable with. To get a successful relationship, or to get successful outcomes that you want, you have to go ahead and work with someone you feel comfortable with, okay? The moment you don't feel comfortable with, your anxiety is going to hit. You're going to blow yourself out of proportion for anything, and then you're going to somehow manifest the wrong outcome. Why? When you can just say, look, this is not for me, I'm out of here, bang, done. And that's what I've done. I've written an email. I've told them exactly how I feel. I'm going to write a blog entry. I'm going to tell them exactly how I feel, and then I'm going to go into a lot more detail on exactly how I feel. And I actually felt physically sick. But I can't stop feeling physically sick because this is the path I have to go through. I have to go through this feeling. You can't enter a trigger, and when you're facing it, you are going to feel the worst of what that trigger will feel like, okay? And the worst that's going to make you feel. So I felt sick, I felt suicidal, I felt like I had no power, I felt helpless. All I wanted to do was to have a freaking website that looks good. And I'm doing it myself now, which looks better than theirs. what I've done is I sat through it, I spoke to my counsellor about it, and I thought, why not go ahead and just do it? Just take the bull by the horns and walk through this. I'm currently in my favourite place. I'm in my God's temple. I'm in the Green Man's temple, the living temple. The temple where the fairies and the elves and the dragons and the unicorns come to play. I'm in my home where I feel happy and I can hear the birds, and this is my equivalent to a healing place. So I'm here doing a couple of videos, and I want to say that you have to go through the negative effects of that trigger before you can go ahead and walk through the other side. And sometimes you're lucky because you have to go ahead and you can have somebody with you. But they cannot lead you. You have to lead yourself, because they are there to make you independent, or me independent from them. So I have to learn how to walk through this pure, acidic, negative emotions that drive me to the end of my life, so I can pull myself back. Because if I don't know how to do that, I'm always constantly relying on someone else to do it for me. And guess what? There's no one else. When you're feeling as alone as much as I do, there is no one else that's going to get you back. Nobody. Because this is my journey, and I've asked for it somehow, and I have to live it. And I am the hero of my journey. Okay? So once you own all of these negative feelings, you can just sit there and you can probably... I went ahead and I wrote the email, and I'm about to send it when I get back, because I'm going to the gym at the moment. I'm going to finish walking through this woodland, and then I'm going to go to the gym at the end of it. And then I'm going to go ahead and send everything off and ask for the invoice. Once the invoice is paid, I'm going to go. I'm just going to leave it. And then once I visualize this outcome for such a long time, oh boy, just get them out of my life, please. And that's what I did. And I finally have the courage to go ahead and get these horrible... They're not horrible people. It's just that the relationship dynamics didn't work. And I don't know how to fix it. And I don't know how to tell them how to fix it. I don't have the skills of telling them what I need from them. That's deep. But it's something that needs to be done. Once that's done, I felt like a massive, massive, massive weight out of my belly. And I'm a rather, as you can probably tell, apart from having a problem with my tooth that's coming down here, and it's kind of lopsided on this side, I'm quite a big girl, and I need to lose as much emotional weight as possible, and to actually empower myself as much as I possibly can. So this is going to be the best start for that. And I just want to say, one step at a time. Now, at the end of this, what I'm going to go ahead is, no matter how much I'm going to feel horrible and down and depressed, I'm just going to go, I forgive you. I'm not going to hold on to this emotion anymore. I've had it for 1.5 years. I want my business to succeed. I forgive you. Once I put the forgiveness, I let it go. I forgive you. I forgive everything that you've done, everything that you are, every idiot's type of thing you're going to do. I forgive you. And once I've forgiven them, I can walk away and I can have a good life again. And they will, and I'll probably do what I do best, and they're going to probably go, right, okay, that was a tough one. They'll learn their lessons from their side, and I'll learn my lessons from my side, and then hopefully we'll never see each other again. and I'll have a website if I can find it. But I do think that not completing the job after asking the invoice before completing the job was absolutely bang out of order. And not knowing how to use the system after the time where they need to be paid for the second half of the contract, like when nothing was done beforehand, they wanted their money, and I'm like, no, you're not having any of it because you haven't started. It's tough shit. But anyway, that is me. Just want to say thank you to the God and the Goddess and the Green Man and Robin Hood and all of the vegetation gods for allowing me to sit in their temple and vent and feel really relaxed and to release all my negative energy in the home. And then I want to say thank you to the fairies for allowing me to speak in their territory, and all the mystical creatures to allow me to speak in their territory. And I think that's about it. And have a great day. I'll see you soon. Mwah.